It's just the right thing.
And we're back with episode 64 of The Sounds of Struggle. I'm Chris Perish.
I'm yawning and tired.
I'm yawning.
Yeah.
And, this is going to be a fun episode. We got a lot to talk about.
There's at least 6 things to talk about.
6 to 4-ish. I don't know.
604 things to talk about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, one, we just watched Elimination Chamber.
We did just watch Elimination Chamber.
What did you think?
Called it! That's what I think.
Oh yeah, but like, what did you actually think of the overall?
I liked it. The men's and the women's used the cage and the actual, structure itself a bunch. It was nice. The men didn't use it as much, but they used it appropriately with the appropriate people. Braun looked like a monster.
Among men.
Among other men. My 70% chance that I was going to win in Roman Reigns, he won. Alexa Bliss won, like we both called. Yeah, it was overall, it wasn't bad.
Matt Hardy beat Bray Wyatt.
Like we called.
Yeah.
The Bar retained their title, like we called.
Mm-hmm.
What else happened? Oh, Ronda Rousey had a signing, which we called. We don't care.
Was that it?
By the way, clearly they're setting her up to eventually be the one to beat Asuka because she spine-bustered Triple H. So
was it a spine buster or just like she just bear hugged him and then slammed?
Either that or a belly to belly. Point is, he's a big boy and she just did it with ease. So yeah,
good on Triple H for giving her the ultimate post, though.
Good on Triple H for not being a sandbag.
Yeah. So. Well, I guess Asuka defeated Nia Jax.
Oh yeah, like we called.
Here's kind of like a two-parter, because we're recording on
Wednesday,
the 28th of February.
Last day of the month.
This is going to come out on the first day of the month of March 1.
Tomorrow!
Yeah. So,
assuming that the people at Backbreaker Media get their shit together.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like we
Honestly, it'll probably come out Sunday.
It's not like we get invites to Oil King games, but I mean, hopefully our podcast can come out on time.
No, Backbreaker Media, the people there, the good people at Backbreaker Media, do the same thing that the people putting on the Super Clash Against Cancer are doing. They just book us without asking. And then you're like, oh, actually, I'm busy that day, so, you should probably talk to me first. At least a courtesy ask would be
busy.
nice.
I'm just lying and saying I'm busy.
Actually, no, I was actually busy.
I don't even know what... Actually, I don't even know what happened.
Because it was, Tuesday? I was working nights. I got off nights, I was sleeping.
Yeah, it was a whole clusterfuck of shit that went down on that one.
Yeah.
Moving on. But no, what I was going to say is, since it's Wednesday now...
Wednesday, my dudes.
We got to watch Raw and SmackDown happen. So now we kind of saw the whole week transpire.
Well, let's... Collectively, we've watched Raw and SmackDown. I've watched most of Raw, and I've heard what happens on SmackDown.
Well, I actually watched both of Raw and SmackDown this week.
You're the expert.
And Raw was actually surprisingly good.
Roman Reigns had a hell of a good promo.
Right?
John Cena, hell of a good promo.
Yeah.
I mean, well, that's not really surprising, but...
Miz, was a beast. He did the Seth Rollins this week.
Except for lost twice.
Yes, but still...
put on a bit of a clinic.
And for a heel to get sympathy, I mean, one, creative, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Two, also now I think it looks like he'll be defending the Intercontinental title against both Finn Balor and Seth Rollins at WrestleMania.
In a 3-way dance of threats.
I don't mind that, actually.
I don't mind it either. It takes 3 guys, gives them something to do at the biggest show of the year, so I'm okay with it.
Now I wonder if they're going to have, like, a gimmick match.
Like a title match?
Like a ladder match, maybe, or...
If they're going to do that, they're going to add more people. I don't know.
Yeah, but do they?
I mean, I don't think they have to, but I mean, generally speaking...
I have a feeling we might see a ladder match for the tag titles.
Yeah. Honestly, statistically speaking, in previous years, ladder matches at Mania require at least 4 people.
Yeah, for the most part. It's an easy way of getting people on. But I have a feeling they're going to stack up the Andre the Giant Memorial.
Yeah, Cena will be there.
And I heard a rumor. I don't know if this is true, but they
rumor.
might do the same thing with the women this year. of a battle royal. But
Like an Andrea the Giant?
no, but they're gonna actually. I heard the rumors are dedicated after China.
The China the Giant?
Which I think would actually make sense, because China was
You
what
think
Andre was to the guys,
Yeah.
she was to the women.
You'd think they'd let her get in the Hall of Fame first.
Oh,
I mean, maybe next year.
I mean, I'm just saying.
I honestly, I don't think they're going to add anyone else. Which
Who's-
is, by the way, side note, Jarius J.J. Robertson.
Hey,
Warrior Ward.
As a Saints fan, I love it.
Warrior Ward, and you know what?
The kid is hilarious.
Super outgoing, like oozing charisma. And you know, to survive like a serious liver disorder, disease, whatever he had, like what he had, good for him.
No.
Yeah, he deserves it.
And like how that kid just keeps his smile. Well, Shawn Michaels, take a note.
Yeah, right.
But and then just has as much fun with everything he has. Like he's been at Saints games where he'll be watching the team warm up, and then he'll be watching the opposing team, and they'll like take a step out of bounds, and he's like, "Don't come into my territory. I will knock you back in."
That's funny.
Like he'll just talk trash to the other team,
Oh, yeah.
and then it's great. So I know I'm a big fan of this year's Warrior Recipient Award.
Absolutely.
Because he's a very uplifting kid.
Yeah, very deserving. He's got that whole. It's kind of like Make-A-Wish, but it's like basically bringing positivity to everyone's life. It's good. I like it. Very
If
appropriate
the
choice.
New Day was smart, they'd make him an honorary member of the New Day.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And
And then this
right.
kid will probably say no because he has taste, bitch.
That's very hurtful, but I don't think he'd say that. I think he's too nice for that.
He's probably a nation guy.
Yeah, they do dominate. Yeah. But anyways, back to Elimination Chamber. On a side note, T-Mobile Arena had a buy one get one free because it could not sell enough tickets for this. That's kind of bad.
Well, I mean, and that's partially why they're going back to dual brand pay-per-views.
That makes
Because
sense.
apparently the SmackDown pay-per-views just have a hard time selling.
But this is a Raw one.
No, I know, but that's why they're
Oh,
that's
okay.
why they're
Fair
doing
enough,
it.
fair enough, fair enough.
It's for Fastlane. That was the buy one. You get, I think, a ticket to Fastlane or something.
Is Fastlane also in Vegas?
I don't know.
No, because I know the buy one get one was basically you buy one ticket to Elimination Chamber, you get a free ticket to Elimination Chamber because they were not selling.
Oh,
Apparently they did sell mostly out, but I think it's because of that deal.
see, I heard that SmackDown pay-per-views weren't doing well, and that's what.
Now I guess this is like an isolated incident for Raws, that's kind of bad. Like, I mean, hell, if that was in our area,
Yeah, but you know what? People are trying to probably save money for the ridiculously amount that they'll spend during WrestleMania weekend.
let's be real, WrestleMania week,
Yeah, but
it's a good 5 days.
but I mean, you got what? WrestleMania, you got Takeover, you got the Hall of Fame, you got Raw, probably SmackDown. That's like
17 days.
75 hours of wrestling.
That's probably $46,000.
And then you got to stand in line for 9 hours to meet Dana Brooke, because that's well worth it.
Yeah, Titus hose wide. Legs are wide.
I was gonna that's where I was gonna go.
Titus spread her legs wide. Yes. I don't know what's going on there. Whatever. I'm glad they didn't win. Because, Apollo Not Cruz is good.
Did you?
Titus isn't bad, but
What did you make out of their 2 out of 3 falls match on Raw?
I'll be honest. I only saw part of it. That's all I liked.
Apollo looked really good though in that match.
Apollo's all, in my
Titus was sloppier than a mop.
honestly, in my opinion, Apollo Not Cruz has always been good. But he's starting to get better now. He's getting those chances to actually do stuff.
I've found that since he became a member of Titus Worldwide, he is starting to get that kind of like that swagger, that confidence in himself to like branch out into a character of his own instead of just that typical "I'm happy to be here" guy. And then it's kind of like when what Bayley was in NXT, who's like, "Oh, I'm just happy to be here," and that's why everyone like fell in love with her as that thing. And then when she came to Raw, she had that swagger that she belonged right away.
Yeah.
And I think that's why people resented her a little bit at the beginning.
Maybe. Which, by the way, her jumping off the apron at Raw, about time they're doing something about it.
Yeah, and then they did because Sasha Banks kind of
turned on her in the
chamber. So, I mean, obviously they're kind of teasing that back and forth. So,
but it's about time she finally fights back.
Yeah, stood up for herself.
Yeah, about time.
They did an interview for the website asking why she did what she did. She just said, I had my reasons. And then walked away.
I have my reasons. Fuck that bitch.
And
that's it.
I like the fact that they're not just giving you every little thing. They're making you come back.
They're making you work for it. Like a stripper.
And to me, this is one of the few women's matches they can do that doesn't need a title.
Yeah, absolutely.
It'd be cool if they had like a no DQ or a no holds barred something. That's not just a regular match, because I think that's kind of boring and they need something to stand out.
Well, they can do one match and then they can lead to another. It's more like a no DQ or whatever.
So I think that's what they're going to do for Mania. I think that's the direction. Sasha against Bayley.
That'd be alright.
I just don't I don't know. I can see them making Bayley the heel.
I can't.
Yeah, but
I don't know.
And here's my theory on this. Did you really expect Seth Rollins to be the guy that turns on the Shield?
I didn't expect any of them to turn, or all of them or none of them, to be honest.
I mean, I personally thought if they're going to turn anyone, it was going to be Dean Ambrose. Out of the three.
Yeah, I guess.
Right?
Yeah.
And they teased that for a bit.
Yeah.
And then it ended up being Seth, who they're like, okay, well, if anybody was going to be the flashy, high-flying babyface, it was going to be Seth Rollins, not Roman Reigns or Dean Ambrose.
Yeah.
But they ended up putting putting Seth Rollins there, and he ended up being a great heel.
True, that is
so
true.
I'm wondering if that's the same theory of why they're going to go after Bayley, just because Sasha Banks tends to get those pops right when her music hits a lot more than Bayley, I find.
Lately, yes.
So I wonder if this is Bayley's reasoning to be the heel, because maybe in the long term, she'll be a better face because of a heel run.
Maybe they'll do something different where they're both straight up, not face or heel, they just fight.
Yeah. So, I don't know, it'll be interesting.
Very interesting.
I'm not going to say I'm going to tune in for Raw just for that, but I am going to keep a close eye for it.
I'll keep an eye. Not two, but for now I'll keep one.
I'll keep the eye of the lotus.
No, I will not. I will not do that. That's disgusting. That is disgusting.
Fine.
But yeah, overall the pay-per-view is good. I mean, it's my third favorite pay-per-view of the year, so it kind of sucks that
Rumble Mania Chamber.
Yeah, it kind of sucks. All three of mine are like the first 3 months of the year, and then I have to wait a year to watch my favorite three. But hey, whatever.
First 4 Mania is an April thing now.
Yeah, I guess there's Fastlane.
It's horse shit though. I've always wanted a Mania on my birthday. I have to settle for fucking Fastlane.
Oh, poor you. You have to wait for something on your birthday. This is the worst.
Hey man, I don't even get to watch it this year.
Not live.
No.
No. Don't get to watch it at all. I will never be allowed to watch it.
I don't know. It doesn't even look that good though.
Well, as recently announced that there's a 6-pack challenge now for the title.
Oh, yeah.
Which is AJ, Owens, Zayn, Ziggler, Corbin, and the newly added Cena.
Oh.
So I guess there's that, which I'm sure they can pull it off.
Did you hear that? Apparently Rusev is just going off on Twitter saying like how Cena just gets all these opportunities and he still gets overlooked.
Rusev Day is going to get big real soon here. I predict.
I mean, that's what's funny. I mean, they say on SmackDown the land of opportunities, and why does certain guys still not get their shot?
I don't know.
So yeah, no, it's just weird. I don't understand. I think this is probably why the SmackDown pay-per-views don't sell well. People are just kind of like about the whole thing. SmackDown has so much promise to be a good show, and then they just don't deliver on it.
And then they got Charlotte versus what's her face, Ruby Riott. I don't care about that match.
I finally saw what Ruby Riott looked like before with all the makeup and stuff like that.
Terrifying.
No, like when she was just like at home on like
Okay.
before WWE, and it's like, okay, you look a lot less like Tom Tucker's daughter.
Yeah, I don't care. I don't. Also, I saw on Instagram, apparently Liv Morgan had to get like 3 stitches in her leg because she had a little cut.
Was it her vagina?
No. No. It was like midway down her right thigh. But I looked at it, I'm like, really? You're good? I just put a Band-Aid on that. Silly Americans from New Jersey. Silly Americans. Putting stitches in things that are like not stitches.
Are you sure it wasn't excess vagina?
No, because if that's the case, that's a really sloppy vagina.
Well, it's Mandy Rose.
And it was not Mandy Rose, it's Liv Morgan.
Oh, that's whatever.
Jesus.
She dated Enzo.
She did it herself. She's probably dating several people. That's not the point.
She's a SLUT, and you can't teach that.
Yeah, you can teach that. You can teach a lot of that.
Oh yeah, and I found out. I don't know, was I talking to you, or did I mention this last week on
What?
that you can, like 7 feet tall, you can teach that?
Yeah.
Because Hulk Hogan was over 7 feet tall when he started wrestling. Then he did the leg drop and shrunk and went under 6 feet tall. So don't do a fucking leg drop.
Under 7. He's not under 6 now. He did not shrink a foot. That would be impressive, but he did not shrink a foot.
But don't do a fucking leg drop for 20 years and then you don't lose
Yeah.
weight.
His tailbone should J outwards. It actually like J inwards now because he's dropped so many leg drops. That's bad. Also probably why he has chronic back problems and makes porn. I mean, that's probably unrelated, but what do I know?
Perfect logic in my book.
Oh, of course. Do you want anything else you want to talk about Elimination Chamber? I mean, the show itself was alright.
I kind of like more or less like just to like talk about like with all the 3 shows like now the direction of like leading up to where we think it's going to build to for Mania.
Lead us off.
Well, I mean like we got some clarity with the Intercontinental title.
Yeah.
It looks like it's going to be Miz, Rollins, and now Balor. I was a little bit interested with the whole Elias Braun Strowman.
That is a little interesting, yes.
Especially with how smart Elias ended up coming off that.
Yep.
Found a way not to get his strings kicked in. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
But I don't think Kurt Angle necessarily will be Ronda Rousey's partner.
You think he'll be on the corner?
I won't be surprised. Well, I mean, think about this. Do you see Elias and Braun Strowman at WrestleMania?
I see them being there physically.
No, but in that match.
Fighting each other? No.
So
I mean, maybe, but doubt it. I doubt it.
Kurt Angle flat out said, I need this job to Ronda Rousey, right?
Yeah.
So he might not put himself in that position to get in their way.
But he might get something to do it for him, like a Braun.
And that's what I'm
And
thinking.
Braun's got that little bit of history at the Survivor Series.
And but I'm thinking like Kurt Angle might get someone else. Whether maybe it still could be Brock.
Maybe.
Could even be Braun. I'm thinking now that could be more of a
Contingency plan?
Thank you. So then A, Braun is on the card. B, it kind of makes sense because with the whole Survivor Series thing, he would you can close up that beef with Triple H, and then, I mean, if you're Ronda Rousey and you're like, okay, who do I need to get as a partner to go against these two?
Well, it's working out really well for Alexa in that Mixed Match Challenge, so why not?
So.
Which, by the way, I totally stopped following.
I never watched the singles.
I
Single
watched
second of it.
I watched, I think, 2 matches, but I just stopped following. I don't know who's doing
I'm
what.
paying attention on like who's winning and not.
Oh, I'm not even doing that now.
But because Balor and Sasha lost to Asuka and Miz.
That doesn't surprise me.
So yeah, but Miz pinned Balor.
It doesn't surprise me at all if they're building that storyline.
But I mean, we all know that.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with what's actually going on.
That's drink 2 for the buttums.
Yeah, buttums. But with World Heavyweight title, obviously we have Roman Reigns against Brock Lesnar.
That's a universal title, son.
Well, the world title for Raw.
It's the universal title for all of WWE. It covers the universe. Which, by the way, Brock Lesnar apparently in Vegas, not at Elimination Chamber.
Yeah.
At that night. Also...
Not at Raw.
Not at Raw either. And also, coming out of Lesnar's camp, his camp confirms he's ready for a UFC return.
Yeah, but they've always said that they never completely washed that option out.
Yes.
They've always kept that door open. Now, I personally think that there is a deal in place between UFC and WWE. I think that this is by means...
So basically what, they'll bring in John Jones until his suspension's up?
Well, think about this. Is it not ironic that the one time Brock Lesnar and Paul Heyman are not at Raw, that Roman Reigns has his best promo to date?
Yeah.
Do we not think that this just reeks of Paul Heyman?
Probably.
Like booking 101 here? Because if you were to get Roman Reigns cheered as a babyface, which after that promo, he was cheered.
100%. There was not really... I didn't hear... It might have been a couple boos. But...
And then from the sounds of it, there was a dark match after the show that saw the Bar going up against John Cena and Roman Reigns in a non-title match. And John Cena was somewhat cheered, but then Roman Reigns was heavily cheered.
Right on.
So...
It's about time.
With that crowd, I mean, he was...
Yeah, he was candid. He was honest. I appreciated the hell out of that promo. It was about goddamn time.
But if you're going to make Roman Reigns the babyface here, you have somebody like Brock Lesnar act like he's too good to be there.
Yeah.
I honestly think this is part of the storyline. And then okay, well, maybe I'll just go back to UFC, because I can do that.
Yeah.
Maybe this is just a storyline, and then eventually after WrestleMania, maybe you see Brock Lesnar do a match. But at the same time, take into account who WWE is reportedly just signed. Bobby Lashley.
Oh, I was going to say Ronda Rousey.
What does Bobby Lashley also do? MMA.
Sell merchandise? Oh. Yeah, his MMA record's like 15-2. It's quite good.
He's a legit guy.
Yeah, he's got a good record.
I
don't know what
I don't know if Bobby Lashley is still under contract with Bellator, but what if they do a one-off in UFC and WWE?
That'd be sweet.
And they do the first few that's actually WWE and MMA.
That'd be sweet. That'd be big. Instead of WWE versus,
And it's credible too. And that's just,
and then instead of WWE versus UFC, like what Taker and Brock.
It's not seem like CM
building
Punk
to.
against Del Rio.
No, it's
where they have lackluster MMA careers. No, it's a guy that actually is legit.
As I said, that Lashley's 15-2, and Lesnar, he's got to be at least. He's lost a couple, but
it's like 9-3.
Yeah, something like that.
8-3,
Both pretty winning records.
A former UFC champion,
heavyweight champion.
Well, that's what I mean. I only have one main champion that's heavyweight. They don't have anything higher.
Yeah, I wouldn't say main though. I mean, still the title, assuming he ever comes back, I think would still be McGregor. He's the guy.
Well, McGregor got stripped for one, and I'm pretty sure he's going to get stripped for the other.
True, but he's also talking now. He wants to bring back, or he wants them to create a 165 title so he can win that one as well, which I think is funny.
Well, supposedly they might do McGregor, Frankie Edgar.
That would be sweet. I would tune the fuck in for that. Also, rumor has it, assuming that small side tangent, that John Jones got fined $200,000 and California
license was revoked.
Yeah, Athletic Commission of California basically banned him for 1 year.
Yeah.
USADA can make it much worse, or they can lessen it. The rumor, from what I've heard from some experts in the fighting world, is that he still will most likely fight some point in 2018. Sounds like USADA might lessen the ban. He might not be able to fight in California, but he'll be able to fight elsewhere in the States.
I think it's isn't it not Nevada?
No, it's like this has come from the California Commission.
Oh.
But
I think he's still suspended by the Nevada Commission, too, isn't
yeah, I think pending right now. I think the whole the USADA thing is really what.
He'll
anyways,
just fight in New York.
The word is apparently that it might be they might build to a Lesnar John Jones fight in UFC, which that would be very interesting.
Well, I mean that's something that was in the past talked about, but.
Well, apparently it's still being talked about a little bit, but again, it all depends on what happens with the USADA thing, because I guess he can be suspended up to 6 years if they go full out.
Yeah. So now that we go back, kind of now that we went off topic and talked a little bit about MMA.
Oh, one last thing. It's the moratorium fully lifted in Edmonton, so about goddamn time.
Yeah. Oh,
about goddamn time.
The stupidest thing.
Yes.
known to men.
And it's finally over, and everyone can fight in the city and everything again. So good for that. Back to wrestling.
Yeah. So John Cena came out and talked about how he failed the Elimination Chamber. This was on Monday Night Raw.
Yes.
And then basically threw out the challenge to The Undertaker, where everybody lost their shit and still couldn't find it minutes later. But then he said the match will never happen because the people to be in WWE don't
will not allow it.
Yeah.
They don't want it.
So, the rumor going around is that he has the option to face whoever he wants that's not The Undertaker, and he put out 2 names, one being the injured Samoa Joe.
Will he be ready in time is the question?
Perhaps. A lot of people are saying he's going to be ready. He should be good by now, but then they're saying mid-March.
Mid-March.
Now...
Well, who's the other name, Perish?
Well, after the little one-off in the Royal Rumble, and there's been...
Hurricane!
No.
Oh.
Rey Mysterio.
Kelly!
Oh. Who the fuck gives a shit about Kelly?
You can't say you wouldn't enjoy watching John Cena beat up Kelly.
I'd rather see, like, Shayna Baszler beat up Kelly.
That would also be good.
Or, like...
Ronda Rousey. Or...
No.
Anyone.
Who's... You know what? I'd love to see Nikki Cross beat up Kelly.
That'd be good, too.
Yeah.
Dub it the Battle of the Bitches.
But yeah, no, apparently Rey Mysterio is in negotiations of re-signing with the WWE.
With the Fed.
With the entertainment group of the world of wrestling.
I guess, it's not a federation anymore. It's more the Ent.
Yeah.
It's negotiation with the Ent.
The entertainment business of the world of wrestling, brother.
Ent.
So...
Welcome to the Ent, formerly the Fed. Welcome to the Walk with Elias.
Yeah. So yeah, apparently that's a rumor. You know what actually has happened? He said that now that he's a free agent, he was going to go to SmackDown,
and now he's entering the heavyweight title picture.
And then he was given a non-title match against AJ Styles. If he won, he'd be included in the Fatal 5-Way, and it would turn into a 6-pack challenge, which...
Turning into a Finn Balor challenge, because he's got an 8-pack, so it doesn't count.
Yeah, you know who has amazing abs as well? Tommaso Ciampa.
He's gotten...
Yeah. Did you see his tweet about saying, screw your ab off with HBK?
No, but...
He just had a picture, and then...
Which, we will get to that next. So...
Yeah, so it'll be interesting. I still personally think they're going to do Taker and Cena.
It's possible.
I honestly think that's completely up to...
If Taker honestly
If Taker says he wants it, they'll do it.
Exactly. If Taker's like, give me him.
I'm kind of surprised, though, like, John Cena's like, hey, give me what I want. Like, you think if anybody would have that stroke, it's him.
I like it, because suddenly he's showing a bit of, I guess you could say, attitude.
No, but no, I'm just mean, like, from a backstage point. Like, you'd think if one guy could have that say of what he would get to do at Mania.
I think, honestly, the people that would have it goes as follows. The Rock, Triple H, Undertaker, and you'd think John Cena, but apparently not. Although, unless this is literally the storyline.
Well, you would think John Cena at this point now in his career would say, hey, you're not going to be in the title match, but, like, you know, what would you want to do? Who would be, like, a list of guys you'd like to work?
Taker.
And you'd be like, oh, okay.
I think he's only faced Taker, like, maybe once in a tag. So I don't think they've ever actually faced off singles.
Not that many times.
No. If at all. Like,
it was
I can't recall.
You can't say you've ever seen The Rock against Triple H at WrestleMania.
No, you've seen it at SummerSlam.
Yeah.
Seen it in your house.
Yeah. So, also, yeah, we'll talk about NXT thing, and I got a little surprise, I think, a takeover match that'd be surreal and awesome.
Okay, so do we want to jump into that now, or we finish?
We'll finish this. Now, with the tag titles, just because I wanted to add, the Bar, after their match with Titus Worldwide, had a promo.
Indeed.
Which was kind of, okay, well, they don't really give promo time to Sheamus and Cesaro very often. So
one of them has an accent, and the other one has busted teeth still, and wears the mouth guard. So you really can't understand what either one of them's saying.
But they were basically saying they've beaten this team, they've beaten that team, there's no one else left for them to beat. My thing, I won't be surprised if a couple teams, because they never said Revival, they never said the Club.
Yeah. Good brothers.
I wouldn't be surprised if both of them challenge, because both of them would have cases.
I think they actually have beaten the Club once in one of the reigns, but I don't know if they've ever actually
faced a Revival. But what happens if they had an open challenger at WrestleMania?
That'd be right.
And here's...
For the first team to get to the ring and there's like a fight down the ramp, that'd be hilarious.
But here's my thing. If they have an open challenger at WrestleMania, what do you think about the Authors of Pain coming out, beating them, becoming the Raw Tag Champions at WrestleMania?
With Paul Ellering or without?
Doesn't matter.
It does to me.
I don't really think they need him.
No,
on the main roster.
If it's with him, yes.
I think they very well could be the Raw's version of Bludgeon Brothers, just a lot more entertaining.
I'd say with Paul Ellering at Mania, yes. Without him, no, they lose. But having them good showing.
Because I don't think Paul Ellering really helps him mid-match that much.
No, but I don't think I've seen. I don't know whether it was Akam or Razar cut a promo and it was.
No, but they don't. They don't. I don't think they need promo time.
Or they become Paul Heyman guys.
No, but like look at the Bludgeon Brothers. They don't really have promo time. They have backstage segments, but they don't have promo.
I guess that's true.
I mean, they can just show up, beat you up, and leave. I mean, take Samoa Joe just without his promos because we know he can cut it.
I guess that's true. Yeah, that'd be good. Then they started a Samoan faction with Samoa Joe.
Even like Braun Strowman for the longest time didn't have promos.
That's true. But he's so much more lovable now with promos.
Yeah. And did you ever think Braun Strowman would be like that, like this kind of a guy now?
I never thought about it, but I mean, it doesn't surprise me.
Like post-draft, when he was drafted away from the Wyatts, did you think Braun Strowman would be this guy now?
No, but I didn't think it's because we never got to see this side, so yeah.
And, like, who knows? Maybe the Authors of Pain have that quality in them, too.
They'll become the New Day.
Because, like, they are still quite green.
Super green. Greener than baby shit.
But if they come up the main roster now, which they're kind of more seasoned, they're ready for that jump.
Seasoned. They're seasoning salt.
But then they can almost show that different aspect.
Yeah, so that's true. That'd be all right.
So, I mean, that... To me, now
what about the SmackDown takedowns? What then? Let's do...
That's where I'm thinking of...
The Major Brothers!
That's where I'm thinking a ladder match.
Major Brothers.
New Day, Usos, Bludgeon Brothers. I do think Bludgeon Brothers become tag champions at WrestleMania.
You think so?
I think that's where they're lining up. Because on SmackDown, they had a face-to-face with the Usos and New Day. And Usos talked about how they've been sidelined every year at WrestleMania. For whatever reason. And then they've grinded for 9 years, and they're the best tag team. And then Big E grabbed the mic and said, oh, we were hosting WrestleManias where you guys were eating and catering. And it was like, I don't know, to me, I kind of felt more for the Usos because you're like, okay, yeah, you guys were the host, but you weren't wrestling. because Vince McMahon saw you guys as being more entertaining than good in the ring.
Yeah.
That's how I looked at, we're going to pick you as a host.
Or maybe it wasn't a spot, so they just made them host to give them something.
And that's the thing. If you're a good talent and a good for that price,
You can make chicken salad out of chicken shit.
well, they'll find you a fucking spot for that show.
That too.
It's like a 12-hour show. They'll find you a spot.
There's enough spots for everybody.
But for whatever reason, the Usos have never been, and I would actually say they have, for the most part, for the last, I would say 6 years, have been either the best tag team or in that conversation in that company.
Yeah, they've been up there. Last 2 years, I'd say they've been the best.
Even when they were feuding with, ironically enough, Luke Harper and Eric Rowan as the Wyatt. Those are great matches.
Yeah.
And I think that really just...
Yeah, guys, have they ever had pre-show matches?
Yeah.
Yeah, but they've never had it on the actual card.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, they want... And
where were they last year?
Mm.
Oh, okay. Maybe one of them was hurt? Or
I
got
don't,
a DUI?
Was there even SmackDown tag titles last year at
I
WrestleMania?
I don't remember. That's like a 12-hour show that I just try to block out.
They must have, because they had the Universal title and the WWE title.
I don't, honestly, I think they were. I don't know. Point is, I don't watch and enjoy WrestleMania. I survive it. That's the best you can do nowadays.
Well, because last year we had New Day on Raw.
Yeah.
Because they hosted.
Yeah.
Because the Hardys won the Raw tag titles.
Yes.
When they came in, because Gallows and Anderson were the tag champions going in.
Yeah, it was them. It was... Fuck, who else?
The Bar.
The Bar, and there's someone else. There's one more team.
Don't really remember.
Yeah, whatever.
But going in last year, I want to say Gable and Jordan were probably tag champions last year. Going into WrestleMania.
Possible, yeah. Maybe they just never. I don't know.
Because you had Slater and Rhino winning them to begin.
Yeah.
And then Orton and Bray took it off them.
And then
it went to Gable and Jordan.
Yeah.
And then the Usos took it off them.
Uh-huh.
And then it went back and forth with the New Day, back to the Usos, back to the and then now the Usos end up having it. So that's pretty much how the SmackDown tag titles work. So I'm thinking American Alpha probably were tag champions around that time.
Possibly, yeah. I honestly can't remember.
So yeah. Also, yeah, who was that other tag team?
I don't know.
At Raw, because you had... Was it the Dudleys? No.
No, that would have been
Dudleys
weird.
weren't in there.
Let's look it up.
You had the Bar, you had Gallows and Anderson.
What was last year? 34? 33?
33.
What was last year? Holy Jesus.
Yeah, why does WrestleMania take away the Roman numerals? Come on.
Yeah, 2017. Okay, yes.
Yeah.
2017. Yeah, the 34 is this year. Fuck. You know it's good. It's long when you can't figure out which one's which anymore. Yeah, Mojo, blah, 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 Kevin Owens.
I feel like it's pretty easy.
Hardy Boys, Enzo and Big Cass.
There you go.
Yeah.
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 Oh, so much has changed.
Right? Yeah, no, there was no tag team titles.
Do you think Bobby Roode goes against Randy Orton for the U.S. title?
Probably, yeah. I mean, because Bobby Roode's the champ right now, right?
Yeah. Yeah, you know what? I honestly think they should do a triple threat for the U.S. title with Jinder Mahal at Fastlane. Have Bobby Roode defeat Jinder Mahal.
Yeah.
And you can set up the singles match for us.
Yeah, that'll work.
So, I don't know. That's my thing. And then, obviously, you have Nakamura and AJ.
Assuming that they don't decide to go some other direction for some reason.
What does Nakamura do at Fastlane?
Nothing.
See, I mean, that's...
Or,
I heard the rumor that Cena was going to go and challenge Nakamura for his WrestleMania spot. And then Nakamura was going to accept it, and then they would have...
Cena would win.
And then you have Nakamura going over.
Yeah. Either that or Nakamura,
that would have paid a lot.
Goes over someone.
That would have been very, I would have been reminded of when Shawn Michaels won the Rumble, Owen Hart challenged him for the WrestleMania spot, and then Michaels won, and then he ended up facing Brett and beating Brett at 12.
Yeah. But no, I can see also Nakamura facing off against someone like Ty Dillinger or something like that, and just having a match going over.
Yeah.
Kind of being put on the card.
Maybe even Mojo.
Oh, good Christ.
Because they like to put him on the card.
Good Christ. By the way, took a quiz on Facebook the other day.
Rusev wouldn't be bad.
Rusev wouldn't be bad. But I took a quiz on Facebook the other day.
Yeah.
Would I make a good GM of WWE? I failed. You'd see that you pick this guy up or you fire this guy. And you have like 25 questions. I literally tried it twice. Once I fired a bunch and I failed. Second time I tried it, I fired one person, Mojo Rawley, and I failed. What the fuck does that tell you? Apparently you can't fire Mojo Rawley. Heaven forbid. What I'm trying to say is,
he's done
fuck
so
that
much.
quiz. Fuck that quiz. In the bum.
Because he's done so much.
He's won one match on a pre-show of a Mania.
And he won last year's Andre the Giant Memorial.
That's the match I'm talking about.
Nobody gave a shit about it.
And in the match that was almost had a blown spot by security.
Yeah.
Holy shit, was that funny?
And the guy who ended up losing in the finals became heavyweight champion. Jinder Mahal.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
For 6 months.
Yeah.
Yep.
Beat Nakamura and Randy Orton clean. Back to back.
To back.
Yeah.
Beat Randy Orton a couple times. One with the help of Great Khali, who kind of just absconded the title for 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Like, it's mine now. Good times. Johnny Wrestling is now done with NXT apparently.
Yeah.
Good match.
Very good.
As soon as this match happened, I'm like, one thing's going to happen. Either it's going to be Tommaso Ciampa interfering and Johnny losing, which was what happened, or Tommaso coming out, going to interfere, and Johnny wins by DQ. Which means he didn't lose the match, so technically he stays. But I don't know. I guess on the Ontario tour, which pisses me off that they get fucking tours from NXT and we don't. But anyways, on the Ontario tour, Johnny and Candice were tag teaming against Cien Almas and...
You want to know why, though?
What's her face? Zima Ion. Whatever the hell her name.
Zelina Vega?
Same thing. Same thing. I actually like
But you want to know why?
Why?
Oh, where does Impact come out of now? Ontario.
Yeah, that makes sense. They're trying to take it over and destroy them, yeah.
NXT
I
wants to take over.
I get it, but still pisses me off they don't come out here. Anyways.
Or does it piss you off that you live out here now and
No.
everything's out there now?
No. I do not miss Ontario at all. Except for two things. Those shows now. They're doing a lot of those shows. They do several WWE tours as well. And the Rolling Green Hills. I don't know why I missed that, but I do. Other than that, I don't miss a goddamn thing.
We have Rolling Rock.
It's rolling in green and goes down nice and smooth, but not as nice to look at because you just want to drink it.
That's why you order more.
Yeah, fair enough. So, but anyways, that's all I miss. That's it. But yeah, so he's, I guess, technically gone now. I haven't watched. I haven't seen any spoilers or anything from this week's NXT. I don't want to hear any spoilers. I don't want to see any spoilers.
Well, because that's tonight.
Yeah, it's like
And,
right
yeah,
now, technically.
So yeah, we're both not watching. My prediction though, Tommaso Ciampa sometime between now and Takeover, obviously, announces that he is medically cleared to compete. Johnny Gargano, who has been told by William Regal he still has to finish his commitments with NXT prior to his termination.
Oh, okay.
Beats the living hell out of Tommaso Ciampa and demands one like a fight or something with him.
Unsanctioned even.
Exactly.
They haven't done an unsanctioned match for a long time.
Just like Shawn Michaels against Triple H at SummerSlam, I want to say 2002?
2 or 3.
I thought it was 2004, I want to say.
No, because
No, it's 2002.
Shawn Michaels is 2002, because then you end up winning the title at the first ever Elimination Chamber that November.
Yeah.
Woo!
Hell of a match, though.
Oh, yeah.
Whew.
Dirty. Back when he had that disgusting bob haircut. Like, what the fuck, man?
Disgusting of how he didn't lose a step after 4 years. That was a disgusting part. Anyway, but yeah, and then you have Johnny Gargano against Tommaso Ciampa, NXT Takeover New Orleans.
Nolans!
Unsanctioned match.
Yeah, it's like his last one, kind of swan song. You
Yeah.
can even put over Tommaso Ciampa, give him a little bit of rub, but it's like, yeah, okay, one last, kind of like what they did with Nakamura and Zayn.
No,
or-
I think you have Gargano win that because the babyface always has to win the feud.
Yeah, not always.
And then you can have Tommaso Ciampa then call out whatever face champion come out of that takeover.
Yeah, sure enough. Speaking of that, we'll stay with NXT. Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic announced.
Yeah, that's
They
nice.
actually didn't do it last year.
No, they didn't. They did the Mae Young.
Yeah. Let's see. I gotta click here. Here we go. We got looks like 8 teams.
Yeah.
We're gonna see the Street Profits versus Heavy Machinery. Prediction? I'm gonna say Heavy Machinery as much as I don't want them to.
I'm gonna say Street Profits.
I hope you're right. I don't know. It's something
I actually like Heavy Machinery. They're growing on me on the entertainment.
that
aspect.
Otis, whatever his name is, man, he just has that no neck, kind of cross-eyed, kind of look to him.
But you kind of want us to assume squash people.
Kind of, yes, but he's mildly intimidating, but
Mildly amusing.
mildly amusing. He's intimamuse.
Imagine if him and Braun were a team.
Imagine Braun.
He's not
throwing-
Arnold.
Well, he kind of has that look to him.
I don't know. He's fat.
No, I don't mean body style. I mean like that look in the face of just, I'm going to eat your face.
And he has long hair.
So,
He's
so,
like,
so did
he's
fucking
like if
Art.
we had a kid.
Yeah. Ew. He does look like that. God damn. Good for him.
Yeah, our kid would be named Otis. We have horrible naming kids.
And apparently he's part Russian. Anyways, TM61 versus Authors of Pain. Does TM61 overcome them in the first round?
Yes.
Because I think they're going to be in the finals.
Yeah.
I think they're actually.
I think they're gonna
They're
win
going to
it.
win it. Because they went to the finals against Authors of Pain last year,
Yeah.
or I guess 2 years ago technically.
Yeah. Good match too, actually.
Yeah, it was.
Because that was NXT Toronto, I believe, right? Or was that
Yes.
Chicago?
No, it was Toronto, I believe. Yeah.
Because that's when you had DIY and Revival and that
Which was also a
amazing
good match,
match. Yeah.
Then on the other side, you have Tito Sabatelli and Riddick Moss for Sanity. I think
Sanity,
Sanity's
yeah.
going to go over there. And then Oni Lorcan, Danny Burch versus Mustache Mountain. I think Mustache Mountain's going to go over there.
Okay, because what are the brackets we would have? Who won the other one? Sanity, right?
It'd be Sanity versus either Lorcan, Burch, or Mustache Mountain.
Yeah,
I think it'd be
I'd put
Mustache
my-
Mountain. 'Cause I think it's going to be probably Sanity coming out of that side. Probably.
I would see Sanity. You know what? I don't know.
I can see them just because they're former tag champs as opposed to, well, anybody else on that side.
See, I can see the opposite because on that, if they were to do that takeover, I would assume.
It's going to happen at TakeOver at Mania is when the when the final's going to happen.
Yeah, so I could even see Sanity have a match with the tag champs, and then that finals being another match.
Fair
So I
enough.
can see Sanity not being in that
Okay, that makes sense.
because Sanity and
Undisputed Era.
they're kind of doing something already.
Yeah,
so.
that's a very good point.
So I can see Mustache Mountain against TM61 as their final, and I think that'd be a really good match.
Yeah, I agree. So hopefully it'll be Street Profits versus TM61, which I think TM61 is going to win.
Yeah, and then you can get TM61 against Fish and O'Reilly, which would
Yes.
be sweet.
Super sweet. Yeah. So that's that. I'm glad it's back. I'm a huge fan of tag team wrestling.
It's nice that they actually added that the winner is the number one contender.
Yes, that is instead of kind of just whatever. What are you doing? Just checking yourself out in the mirror. That's cute. You look beautiful, hon. Don't ever let anyone tell you different.
I'm just seeing if I had some on my lip.
Oh, okay. Also, did you hear about what happened recently to Chelsea Green in PWA, Ontario?
No,
I guess some fan was.
I never listened to anything PWA ever.
Well, I happened to see this just on social media literally today. It's the only reason I'm talking about it. But I guess some
PWA also stands for Perish's Wicked Ass, by the way. Just gonna say.
true story. I've wrestled there. It's great. But anyways, I guess she was in a match somewhere in Ontario. I think they were at Kitchener. And some fan was yelling at her to take her clothes off and stuff like that. And she got out into the crowd, berated him, and smacked his beer out of his hand all over him. And I guess the guy left almost crying. It was quite funny.
Oh. What kind of beer was it?
I don't care.
I mean, if it's good beer, I mean, it's worth a tear.
All I'm saying is kudos to her for not just taking that shit. Good for her for actually going out and standing up for herself.
She should have hit him. She should have left the beer alone.
I mean,
she was out of line.
In a perfect world.
She was out of line wasting good beer.
And in a perfect world, you're right. But, I mean, it comes down to...
She was in line for smacking the motherfucker up, though.
Oh, absolutely.
But out of line spilling beer.
Yes.
The line has to be crossed.
Well, the line was crossed.
We have standards on this podcast.
So, good for her for standing up for herself.
Wasting beer is immoral.
Okay, so we'll say, yay, standing up for yourself, boo for wasting beer.
Yeah.
You're coming out here 50%. All right.
It's a pass.
But barely.
Hey, man, respect the women's rights. Respect the booze.
Fair enough.
There's a happy medium, all right? We can all win there.
Absolutely.
Because a happy woman with booze, it's a little bit of all right.
You say booze or boobs?
Both.
Yay! Boobs filled with booze! Yes!
Which, by the way...
What?
Wicked idea that I just got.
Oh, get a woman drunk and then breastfeed from her?
No.
I don't know. I don't know.
Secondhand boozing? Come on.
I don't know. What's your idea?
Okay. So you know how you can have, like, the coffee mug?
Yeah.
What happens if you have a coffee mug, but it looks like a set of boobs, but it's two sets of actual, like, cups? Okay. And you put that with booze.
I mean, I've seen a coffee cup that has boobs on them.
But it's like, it looks like the actual chest.
Yeah, I've seen something like, it's a single coffee mug.
Yeah, but no, it's double.
I'd each their own. I don't know if I'd ever use it. Just, that sounds like it'd be really awkward to use.
No, because, like, the handle would be in the middle, and then you just have...
So you're motorboating with the handle. Yeah. That seems really... I don't know.
Man.
Yeah. Drop a mock-up of this and we'll talk.
Yeah.
Tag Struggle presents the Tit Cup.
Or what you could even do, if you want, like, your hard alcohol, you can have your, like, mix in one and alcohol in the other, and then, boom, all of a sudden you can...
Mix. Fucking amateurs.
No, like, you have your really good, but, say if you have, like, your double scotch, and then you have your single.
Yeah, make it a triple scotch.
Exactly.
Math. Let's transition into some other stuff here.
Well, what do you... has anything else for that takeover been...
Not that I know of.
Oh, yeah. Wicked NXT idea that I heard on another podcast,
Okay.
but I'm taking credit for it now.
Which other
I
podcast?
loved. I'm not going to give anybody... Actually, I don't know the name.
Oh, fair enough. Okay.
It was one of those, Yeah, I don't remember.
Okay, anyways, whatever.
It was one where they're talking NXT, but one guy had a wicked idea. So it's one of those, remember how, like, Liger came to NXT to have that match against Tyler Breeze?
Yes.
And then occasionally in the past, you've seen guys come down from the main roster to have, like, kind of a program and kind of help put over the talent.
Yeah.
Well, this one is singly to help the Velveteen Dream.
Okay.
There's one guy on the main roster who you know for a fact will help out the new talent, will work with the new talent, and he would gladly go to the NXT to work with the guys.
Zack Ryder.
No. But he's weird just like the Velveteen Dream. He has that kind of...
Bray Wyatt?
No.
Not Hardy?
No. Velveteen Dream versus Goldust.
That would be good.
Yeah.
That would be very good. Velvet Dust.
Especially if you got the extra queer Goldust from the beginning.
Early on?
Yeah.
I don't know if he'd be able to do that now. I think that's a line that he probably wouldn't cross nowadays. But it would be good. You know what? They should form a tag team instead. Velvet Dust.
That sounds awful. The Golden Dream?
Or Gold Velvet. Yeah. Velvet Dust, though. Yeah. Yeah. That would actually be good, too. If they they have a match against each other and then they start tagging together and they become tag champs, that'd be alright.
But yeah, imagine that program.
That'd be good.
Just to, like, get Velveteen Dream, like, over the, like,
Yeah.
okay, we're not going to give you a title shot, but here's like a... Here's a match that you can have.
I like
a
it.
program.
Yeah, that's good. If they
And the promo could be fantastic.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you could do that against also, like, a Matt Hardy would be not bad. Bray Wyatt.
But here's the thing. Like, Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt, different element of character. Goldust, very much in that same dimension.
Bring back Adam Rose.
Or,
The lemon sucker Adam Rose versus Velveteen Dream, I think would be good.
I'm trying to think, what was Orlando Jordan in TNA?
Tenacious Dick.
I don't think that was his name.
No, I don't know what it was.
But yeah, he was very flamboyant. He might have just been Orlando Jordan.
It's just actually who he is.
But he had kind of had that gimmick.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I think Velveteen Dream and Goldust, and
That would be good.
And they would have that very smart match, which is very entertaining.
Yes.
But also play off the strengths of Velveteen's athleticism, but also...
Yeah, I agree. That would be good. Make it happen. You heard it here. Technically second, but first, damn it. Make it happen. Hockey. Trade deadline?
Yeah.
How do you feel about your team?
They did what I expected them to do.
Yeah.
There are a couple of moves I expected, like guys like Camilleri to be moved.
No, you need him for your power play.
No, you don't. We need people that know what they're doing for our power play.
So that's why you got draft pick, right?
Yeah.
Very good.
Hoping that it's in the future. I really was hoping OV2 would be traded for a fucking cone. Whether it was ice
For
cream,
a bag of pucks.
just an ice cream cone, an orange cone, a pylon, I don't care. Just something.
A bag of pucks. That's
Or just a bag. I'd even...
Empty bag.
I'd buy my own pucks.
grocery bag. Just give us a grocery bag. That's all we need. 5 cents. Just give us 5 cents.
Or even like a bag of milk.
Bag of milk. Can of corn. Ready for can of corn. Can of corn. You'll be fine.
I'm not surprised with the value Maroon of being a third round pick and a prospect. I'm not really mad at that. I'm very interested to see if Maroon would sign back. He said he would.
He said he'd consider it, yeah.
He said that he's very much interested in that possibility. So that'd be interesting because how often do you see a team trade somebody at the deadline and that guy just comes back? And I'll think, if any Oiler fans are mad with the value that Pat Maroon trade got, think about this. If Chiarelli trades Pat Maroon for a draft pick and a pick, and then in, 2 or 3 months later, re-signs him,
Genius.
he just got a free pick and a prospect and kept the guy in the end.
Yeah.
That's a smart move.
Very smart. Very, very smart.
That's only if that happens, though. And then Letestu for Aberg. I don't know.
Oh.
I did like Letestu. I actually would have re-signed Letestu over Maroon.
Perhaps?
Well, I mean, Letestu's a cheap fourth-line player.
Yeah.
You're gonna need
Very, very multifaceted.
When you got you're the same way with the Blackhawks. When you got a couple contracts that are gonna be booming,
big.
We got 21 million in 2 guys. You got
we have 20 million or maybe 21 in 2 guys. As well,
yeah,
something like that.
So you're gonna need those cheap, effective utility guys.
Yeah.
And I think
I personally think we got rid of one in Hartman, but whatever.
You also got a first-round pick for it, though.
First round?
For Hartman?
We didn't get a first round. I think you got a second or third. Maybe,
No, I'm pretty sure you guys got a first-round pick for that.
Did we?
Yeah.
Well, that would have been nice then.
Because I was shocked.
Maybe we got a conditional something, and then if that's the case, yeah, you might be right on that one. But the other guy we got rid of was Tommy Wingles, and I liked him too.
Yeah, I think that's the one you're thinking of.
Maybe, because I think we got a 4th or 5th for him. That's what I'm thinking of. Yeah. Yeah. Anyways, but yeah, it's both our teams clearly sellers. That kind of sucks, but whatever. Live for another day, etc., etc., etc. Yeah. Big trade though. There's a sneeze. No. Oh, no, held on for a W.
Yeah.
Between the Tampa Bay Lightning and the New York Rangers.
Yeah, Ryan McDonough and TJ Miller are off to Tampa Bay. I believe they're playing their first game tonight.
And in turn they got first round pick.
And they lost an OT against Buffalo.
That's funny. They got first round pick. Traded away Brett Howden, who's a good player. I can't remember what the name of defenseman is, but he's actually quite good in the WHL right now. Nemesnikov.
Yeah, I think that was kind of the...
Honestly, a lot of people say that New York won that trade, but I think honestly it was pretty even. That's another thing. Steve Eisman, phenomenal GM.
Well, here's the difference. New York is building up for the future.
Yes.
Whereas the Lightning literally have a great shot of winning the Stanley Cup this year. Might actually be my favorite to win.
I would love to see Lightning versus Vegas. That would be a phenomenal finals. Yeah. Who, by the way, Vegas got Thomas Tatar. I think they paid way too fucking much for him, but that's just me.
Yeah, but here's also the thing: they have that stuff to give.
I guess they did get a ton of picks and stuff, but they traded away their first...
They were also reportedly pushing hard to go after Karlsson and willing to pick up the contract of Bobby Ryan because they have that cap space. So.
Yeah, but that clearly didn't happen because nobody got Karlsson, but...
no.
Yeah, the fact they traded for Tatar and they got a first round for this year, second round next year, and then a third round in 2021, that seems pretty extreme, in my opinion, but that's just me.
Yeah, but also, remember how much was collected from Vegas prior?
That's true. They do have a ton of assets and whatnot.
And they're in that position where they have a good shot this year. So
a decent shot, yeah.
But
yeah, it's... They also got Ryan Reeves, which I found was a little strange. But I mean, I guess you need that gritty tough guy.
Yep.
Vander Kane's off to the Shark Tank.
Yep.
I'm not sure how I feel about that, but then again, I don't like him, so
I saw that he fits right in.
That's good.
Yeah, Tommy Wingle's got a conditional 5th round pick in 2019.
Okay.
And then I'm just searching.
Ryan Hartman.
Yeah, so the pure trade for Tampa and the Rangers is Vladislav Mestikov, a 2018 first round pick, a conditional 2nd round pick in 2019, Brett Howden, and defenseman Libor Hadjek.
He's actually really good.
For Ryan McDonough and JT Miller.
JT Miller. I think that's an even trade. I really do.
Yeah.
Services both teams. Here's what I want to bring this up. Who was it? Stastny is now a Winnipeg Jet.
Yeah.
That's interesting. And I know that...
for a first-round pick this year, a conditional 4th-round pick in 2020, and Ford prospect Eric Foley.
Yeah. And I know that... what's his name? It is a first-round pick. How about that? I'm surprised by that. But, no.
It's actually got quite a bit.
Yeah, it actually did. That's not as bad as I thought. I know that... what's his name? It's Shen. Braden Shen is not happy about that trade.
He was expecting St. Louis to be more buyers.
Yeah. And they're right on the cusp, too. And I know he's not very... He's vocalizing what his thoughts are, but apparently there's actually a lot of talk that in the room, that locker room's completely divided.
Yeah.
There is Alex Steen, who feels he should have been named captain, and some people who agree, versus Pietrangelo, who got the captaincy. Who I personally think, nothing against Steen, but Pietrangelo is your clear captain of that team.
I would actually say he's one of your best players, too.
Absolutely.
If not the best. So
absolutely.
Stastny is also, I believe, a free agent after this year.
So he may...
A UFA.
Yeah.
So if there's no certainty of him re-signing, then you want to get something for him.
Yeah.
And St. Louis got themselves a first-round pick this year. That's something.
Absolutely.
So, yeah. I mean, that's just the business part.
And the one thing I was a little surprised about was Pacioretty didn't get traded, even though he asked to be.
No, he actually came out and said he never asked for a trade.
Really? So it was all a lie. Because there's actually a bar in...
Robin Lehner of Buffalo Sabres said the same thing.
Yeah.
He said there was just fake reports.
How about that? So there's a bar in Montreal who got in a lot of shit for having a goodbye Pacioretty party where all their shots were 67 cents. But to promote it, they used the picture of when he got knocked the fuck out by Chara and broke his neck as one of the promotional pictures, and pretty much the entire city revolted on that bar.
That's funny. And he never got traded.
No, I think that's funny as hell. So yeah, they had a really, really shitty impromptu sale based on fraudulent information. That is comical.
Yeah.
Also, keeping with that team, Weber's probably out for the season with torn tendon and foot. He had surgery, and Price is out for the season with concussion. So Montreal's pretty much done. They picked up a few people, but they're pretty much accepted.
Yeah, they picked up, no, it's not the Eskimo quarterback, but they picked up Mike Riley.
I didn't know he could also play hockey.
Yeah,
Good for him.
For a 5th-round pick. So, it wasn't nothing really too much from Montreal, but
there was quite a few teams I'm surprised that weren't buyers. There was teams that I thought would actually sell more. Like, who was it? Arizona said that other than Keller and Ekman Larson, anybody on the team is available. Anyone. And nobody, I think one person got picked, but it was like kind of like
on which one, sorry? Arizona?
Yeah, it's like one person got picked, but it wasn't anyone huge, and it's like, that's kind of surprising. They've got some talent down there.
Well, I think, too, on Arizona, they understand that, I mean, yes, they can make some moves, but they also have value in the guys that everybody wants. So they're just not going to trade them for the sake of making a trade.
That is true.
They were going to make sure they got fair value, so
I can actually see them within 5 years being in Quebec. They are not doing well.
Or Seattle.
There. Yeah, but I think Seattle's going to be an expansion team, not a team that's moved. Maybe that team will end up moving to Houston because NHL's all hard on for Houston.
Yeah,
not sure why, but bring someone back to fucking Quebec. Give us fucking 7 teams again. No, 8 teams. What do we have now? 7?
We have 7. But
so, give us 8 teams again.
Yeah, but I'll tell you, man, if they don't do something about Ottawa and that new rank, I have a bad feeling about that situation.
Maybe they'll move them to Quebec.
I'm just saying, I have a bad feeling about that situation.
Yeah, I think part of that's like everyone's asking for, like, basically revolting, saying that they need to get rid of the Eugene Melnyk. So I don't know. I think it's...
Oh, yeah, I meant to send you a photo. I'll show it to you later.
Naked pictures?
No, there's a picture of this year's Ottawa Senators, and it's basically the team photo, but every picture is Melnyk.
That's great. I love it. I love it. Also, going to different kind of hockey. The Olympic athletes from Russia, they won a gold medal.
Yeah.
And you know what? I understand fully. And you lose the gold medal game, you're upset. But kudos to Germany for being happy as hell. And actually, everybody on that team got a picture with Datsuk and Kovalchuk after the game. That's awesome. And that brings me to my point. Does Datsuk retire now? Because he said he literally has no more dreams to accomplish in hockey. So does he now retire? Well, that sounds like retirement talk to me.
I mean, he could very well honor his contract and finish it out with the Arizona Coyotes.
That would be huge.
Right.
That would be huge.
Maybe win a cup in the desert.
That'll never happen, but... I mean, it might, but I guess technically Dallas is desert-ish. But I don't know.
So is Vegas.
That would also be nice. I don't know.
But yeah, Kovalchuk apparently is going to become UFA July 1.
Interesting.
Yep. Nothing. So.
And he will sign with New Jersey Devils. Atlanta Thrashers.
You know what? I wouldn't be surprised if Vegas goes after him.
Why not? You have the cap space.
Yeah.
Why not? Also, congratulations to Team Canada, the Olympics final tally: 11 golds, 9 silver, 10 bronze. That's I think one of, if not the best Olympics we've ever had.
Yeah, the best.
The best. Sucks that the women, literally right after our podcast, lost the gold. But here's the way I see it: U.S. beats you, they won't beat you for another 20 years now.
Well, here's also the thing too: in that whole Olympics, the USA never actually beat Canada in regulation.
No.
And everyone's like, oh, they should be better at shootout. But it's everyone knows, adding... And I kind of agree with this statement. Adding the shootout to decide a hockey game,
terrible.
It's like adding a home run derby to decide the tying of a baseball game.
Absolutely.
Or the slam dunk competition.
I think for gold medal game or medal rounds, there should be continuous OT. Which, honestly, I think Canada would have lost anyways.
Well,
Because they look burnt out. They really did.
Why don't you do like 10 minutes 5-on-5, 10 minutes 4-on-4, 10 minutes 3-on-3?
Because the overtime was already 20 minutes 4-on-4, which surprised me.
Yeah, and I think that was probably the mistake, too, of it being 4-on-4.
But, I mean, the women just looked exhausted. And you can't blame them. That's a long tournament.
Yep.
It's the same with the, congrats to the Canada men. They got bronze. Upset by the Germans, which was, the Germans they were phenomenal.
They almost won the gold.
They almost won they lost in overtime. They almost won it. It was crazy. But
they were leading with 9 minutes left?
If that. But yeah, it was just like the men played well, but again, you go over there, it's complete time change. Like nighttime is actually daytime now, and it messes your body up, and you're tired. You're playing every day. It sucks. Like sometimes it just the women been playing a ton before the tournament. I think they just burnt themselves out.
Yep.
It sucks. It happens. But you know what? I'm still proud of them. Regardless of what anyone says, I'm still proud of them. Like they did well. They represented the country well.
Well, I mean, and it's funny too because I think when it comes to Canada and hockey or curling, or
we expect so very much.
It's like it's the only time where you're
don't
expecting we're almost kind of spoiled as like a nation.
Oh, absolutely.
Always expecting gold.
And 9 times out of 10,
but at the same time, I find like a team sport like hockey, basketball, or like football or whatever, you're upset when you lose the final game.
Oh yeah.
Obviously, for obvious reasons. It has nothing to do with you being, I don't want the silver medal, because a lot of people we lost the gold.
Yeah.
It is a different situation with Germany, who is very fortunate just to be there. They didn't expect
I don't know they've ever even medaled in hockey.
And it's a situation to where Canada expected, and they had that expectations themselves to be such a high regard that when you lose, you play to win the game. Yeah. And in other sports, you can achieve the silver medal because somebody else beat you, but you're not necessarily playing against them.
It's almost like you're beating yourself.
You're doing an individual relay. Yeah. Whereas in a team sport, you're playing a game for that medal. The winner gets this, and the loser gets that.
Yeah.
So when you lose a game, you get an award for it. It's like almost kind of like, later on you realize we got a silver medal in the Olympics. It's a great thing to feel like. It's an awesome feeling.
Yeah. And I'm sure they're going to appreciate it more down the road.
But at the time, you're
sucks.
Still upset that you're, in the moment, you're upset that you lost. You know you had a chance to win the gold, and that for whatever reason didn't happen. You're disappointed that you didn't win the gold. And with these women teams, think about this. For 4 years, they're pretty much always around each other. Mm-hmm. They're playing with each other in that sense. They're going in different tournaments with that expectation that every 4 years they're going to play the U.S. in the gold medal game.
There's never any exception. It's every championship, everything that they ever go to for Worlds, it's always Canada-U.S.
Except I think the one last Olympics, it was U.S. won bronze and Canada beat Sweden.
Which was a surprise.
Yeah. But yeah, for the majority, that's the expected gold medal game, Canada versus the U.S.
Yeah.
So there's added pressure because there's that added rivalry between the Canadians and the Americans.
At this point, after 20 years since '98, these ladies know each other so well.
We went to one of the games this year. We saw how close it was. It was a 2-1.
2-1?
In overtime.
In overtime.
So,
and then they did a shootout after, and Canada won that too. And that whoever got the shootout winner for the U.S., disgusting. Well, disgusting goal.
Even the Dow.
Dow's had a nice one. Augusta had a nice one. She shot again. She unfortunately didn't get it, but it was there were some nice goals, some nice saves. Really. It just, unfortunately, this time didn't work out.
But even the prior game that the Americans and Canada played, 1-goal game.
Yep.
So, I mean, these two teams are battling it out, and that's what I mean. Maybe they can come up with an idea to play, hockey in overtime and not a gimmicked form.
Yeah, I agree.
So, I understand why the shootout is in the NHL for the season, because they don't want to have ties. But in the playoffs, when the games become truly meaningful, and it's for the cup. There is no shitouts. It's continuous overtime. And
3, 4, 5, 6 overtimes.
I think in metal games, they need to go to something like that.
Yeah.
And it's not like there was anybody going on the ice after.
No, that was it for the day.
Yeah, so.
No. Quick couple things and we can get into our N64 stuff.
Yep.
LeBron James played his 14th straight All-Star game. That's impressive.
Also became the first player ever to, hit 30,000 points, 8,000 assists, 8,000 rebounds in a career.
Yeah.
So
Huge.
the only person be in the 30K, AK club.
38-8.
Oh, it's impressive.
Also, Tim Tebow actually is rumored to be making the Mets. Can he make it?
I think so.
Apparently, according to the owner, he's got a good shot.
Yep.
So that's good for him. That'd be kind of cool. So
Russell Wilson also hitting some bombs and a home run
little practice thing
in
there.
the
Yeah.
practice bat in there.
Saw that.
Not looking too bad.
Well, maybe everyone in football
I
is
hope,
to baseball.
you know what? I hope he leaves the Seahawks because I fucking hate the Seahawks.
Tell me how you really feel.
I fucking hate the Seahawks.
No offense to you, Shaun Martens, just you pick a bad team.
Yeah. You only like them because they're close. Stupid reason.
Probably the same reason he likes the Oilers. Stupid reason.
No, because he lives closer to the Flames.
Actually, yeah, technically he does. So I guess he picked well on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all I got for that. Hopefully next week we can get tour struggles or tour tales of the tour, death tour tales.
Death Tales.
Death tales. Getting some tail on tour. Hopefully he didn't. That'd be gross. Anyways, but for now, we get to the reason that everyone tuned in. Not for all our talk, but for the sole reason. Episode N64.
Yes. On episode 64, we're going to tell you our top 5 N64 games.
Before we do that,
Each, by the way.
Before we do that, Backbreaker Media. You can get it on Spotify, iTunes, Google Play, Podbean, Podcast. I found out Podcast Player because my Podbean app stopped working. I don't know why. It's like must be my phone. But this thing called Podcast Player, you can get it on that too.
Yeah, that's what I use.
And fuck YouTube.
Fuck you too.
Absolutely. BackbreakerVOD.com. Use promo code TAGSTRUGGLE after your free 2-week trial to get 3 months for half price. Because, we you boys. We do what we do. We do. We keep doing what we do. Et cetera, et cetera.
We're better hookups than actual hookers.
At times, you're 100% right.
Yeah.
More orgasmic than an orgasm.
It's a lot cleaner, too. You will not get chlamydia or gonorrhea by using our code word.
You better not. That'd be weird.
Yeah, that'd be...
You know what? Try it out. Go to a hooker. Say tag struggle. See what happens.
Screw Liam Neeson and Taken. If they can get gonorrhea using our code word, we have a special set of skills.
Yes, we do. Also, whatmaneuver.net. Get OG The Struggle and vintage One World Empire t-shirts. You want something more current? Tag Struggle 3 t-shirts. Contact any member of Tag Struggle 3, and we'll hook you up.
Yeah.
Now, on to the main event of the evening. Yeah. Let's get ready to pick 'em!
You first.
All right, number 5. Let's go one at a time. Number 5, for me, I'm going to have to say NHL Breakaway 98 with Keith Kachuk on the cover. Because you and I have won the Cup of St. Louis. Yeah. It's been a good time. It just has sentimental value. NHL, I had NHL 99 as well. I could not get into it as much.
No. I'm going to go with WCW, NWO, Revenge.
Oh, very good.
Yeah.
Good one. That's a good one. Number 4, your turn.
Number 4, I am going to go with Mario Party.
Which one?
I liked areas of every one.
Yeah.
But I like just the Mario Party series in total. Because I'm just going to go with the series. But yeah, I'm going to go with Mario Party. I think my favorite one was 2.
Yeah, that's one I have. I have a 6-game undefeated streak going on that one.
But, I mean, a lot of them were fun. So, Mario Party, just general, to me, is number 4.
You know what? I'm going to agree to that. Mario Party is a good time. As long as you get it with a bunch of people. I've tried to play it by myself, and fuck, is it boring. That's the only reason it's number 4.
Yeah.
Number 3. Let's go with, for me, GoldenEye.
Yeah, see, I'm actually going to rank that one spot higher. But for me, number 3, I'm actually going to pick the Nagano Winter Olympics. Ah,
yes.
Because you can just do everything there. You can, I don't know, I thought it was cool just to see them actually do an Olympic game. And you can obviously just pick your own name, stuff like that. And then that kind of had, they didn't have the hockey because they ended up coming out with their own game, but it was a lot of fun.
Yeah. Fair enough. Did I say? Yeah, I said 3. So your
And the
turn.
curling was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, number 2, that's where I'm going to go with GoldenEye.
Number 2 for me, I'm going to go with Duke Nukem. Yeah, love that Duke Nukem game. It's a good quality shoot 'em up, destroy aliens, kick ass, chew bubblegum. He says that in the good part, referencing They Live, starring Rowdy Piper. Before we get number 1, let's
Cousin
go.
of Bret Hart.
Yes, exactly.
Hart.
Let's get some honorable mentions because there's so many games I couldn't make on this.
Yeah, WWF No Mercy was up there.
WWF Attitude, WrestleMania 2000.
Yeah.
So
I didn't like Attitude that much. I like the THQ games a lot better.
Fair enough. Actually, one that I played a ton of, WCW Mayhem. Played the shit out of that one.
Yeah. They had the WCW NWO World Tour.
Yep. I never played that one, but for me it was always WCW Mayhem and then WrestleMania 2000 and Attitude. But I played No Mercy later on. It was good.
Super Mario for me was always
Super Mario 64 is good.
fun, but it was never, I don't know.
Super Mario...
Zelda.
Yeah. Yep.
Which, by the way, we have no idea whose number 1 is, so I even may mention your number 1. You might even mention mine in the honorable mentions.
Conker's Bad Fur Day just made it off the list because I tried to keep it diverse with a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, my wife stole that, and I'm still asking her when she's going to give that back to you.
That's fine. It's a great game, but I don't really play video games much, so... Plus I have a PS4, so that's fine. But that one just didn't make it on the list just because, honestly, if I make this list tomorrow, it'll be different. Yeah. 100%. It depends on my mood.
Oh, Wave Race for me was always fun.
No, yeah, I never played that one. Cruis'n USA, that one's good. Super Mario Kart, Super Smash Bros. I don't know if I said that already or not, but there's a ton of games that are honorable mentions. That could be Turok 3. I liked.
All right, number 1.
Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time.
See,
100%.
I knew
100%.
as soon as I said Zelda, I looked at your eye. I'm like, yeah, that was probably number 1.
Yeah, I have beaten that game. The second most I've ever beaten a video game ever.
Well,
the only one surpassing that I've beaten more than that game is Super Mario World.
You know what's funny? I almost beat that game, and I never grew up as Link.
No?
Never became an adult Link, but I got somehow to the fun around.
How the fuck did you do that?
I don't know.
That is a massive glitch.
Yeah, it was great. But my number 1, I play video games just for fun. Obviously, you want to play video games. If it's with people, they're fun. If it's by yourself, it's fun too. But my favorite one, Mario Kart.
Mario Kart's good.
Yep. It's me, Mario.
I was always Wario.
Donkey Kong.
Given the chance, I'm always Wario or Waluigi.
I found out in Mario.
Heels.
I found in Mario Kart when you hit other drivers, the smaller you are, the more you're gonna get nailed. But if the bigger you are, you're gonna just bounce motherfuckers off you. So I always pick
but they take a little longer to get going. But once they get going, it's harder to stop.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. So I was always Donkey Kong for that reason. Because, I don't know, Bowser was kind of weird.
Bowser I found was too slow.
And I was like, he looked too much like a turtle. And I'm like, man, you ain't a Ninja Turtle.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
But yeah, I'm always team Wario / Waluigi. I'm always the heels. Every game.
I was an ape.
Yeah. You're guess like Switzerland?
No.
I guess if you're doing it via Nintendo, I guess at one point he was a heel because he was trying to kill Mario.
Yeah.
Way back in the day, 1983, I think. So yeah, technically heel turn neutral turn face ish.
What was your favorite any racing games other than obviously Mario Kart, but
Cruis'n USA was a good one.
Yeah.
Diddy Kong Racing wasn't bad.
Yeah.
Mickey Speedway USA wasn't terrible. It was great, but it wasn't terrible.
I found
Star Wars Pod Racing.
What about Star Fox? Wasn't that
That's a shooting, more of a flying game. That wasn't bad. I never really got into the Star Fox stuff.
No, I was horrible at that game.
Yeah.
Also with GoldenEye, there was also The World Is Not Enough, I think.
Never played that one.
I thought it was underrated. I don't know, the levels were kind of fun. It wasn't a bad game. It was just followed. It's you can't top the original.
Yeah.
GoldenEye was just such a
GoldenEye
landmark.
opened up multiplayer for the first time in a way it's never been done before.
It was the first time where the game I thought was more fun than the movie.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the movie's fucking terrible. Absolutely terrible.
It was a Bond. It was a typical Bond movie.
Yeah,
though.
I've never been a huge Bond fan. That's my
I don't
thing.
know. Some of the last ones are sweet.
You know what, the one I've been told I gotta watch, but I can't find anywhere is Skyfall. I've heard that one's really good.
Dude, I have it.
Well, then I'll have to borrow it.
I'm pretty sure it's on the Shaun Demand.
I don't have Shaw.
Well, fuck you. Then.
Fuck me, right? Yeah. Okay. Very
Okay.
good.
Anyway, on that note, we should leave.
On that note, we should go get a drink.
On fucking you, we should leave.
Done.
All right. Well, this has been our episode 64. Yeah. Any questions or concerns? Feel free to go fuck yourself. Just let us know.
You want your own list? I mean, we're on Twitter, or on Facebook, Instagram. We have emails.
Yeah.
I probably won't check my email.
I have a personal phone number that I'm not telling you.
Yes, my number is 780-555-9921.
Yep. If someone doesn't ever take us to Oil King games, we might have to give out that number.
Yeah, Mike the Ref. You
Wink,
can fucking
wage,
put
nudge.
on blast, as the kids say.
Yeah.
It will be lit, AF, etc., etc. Coming up, we have the 10th.
Yeah, March 10th.
Knoxville's one night only.
Yeah.
We're gonna knock the Ville.
You're fighting for the heavyweight title.
I
I'm
am.
defending for the provincial title.
We're gonna have all the golds.
Yes. And then I believe on the 17th, St. Paddy's Day, I'll be wrestling Cyanide in Pure Power Wrestling.
You poor bastard.
Well, I mean,
Luckily, afterwards you can go get hammered.
motherfucker has it coming.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
I
will not. I will be drinking. I'll be holding the 3rd annual Maison Maniac Fun Run.
You know, kind of sucks that I'll be in Lethbridge.
Yeah.
But
basically, it's where I get really drunk by myself and then go streaking. That's pretty much what it is. No one seems to want to join. We're going streaking! It's just like...
you bring your green hat?
That's all I wear. Literally all I wear. And then a little green hat for my little green buddy. A.K.A. my dick.
Why don't you just get like a fanny pack for your...
That actually would work. I could put it over my fanny. A.K.A. my box. My man box.
You just put like a little hole for your dink in the WWE title.
I should. That'd be good. Go for a little naked fun run.
Like,
The St. Patrick's Day naked fun run. We're gonna call it Naked Nakedness.
On that note, I think.
Let's go get a drink.
Yeah, we need booze because this is what we talk about when we're sober.
It gets way better when we're drunk.
Yeah, right. Anyway, episode 64 in the books. We'll be back next week, episode 65. In the meantime, we are Tech Struggle.
We are real.
And we are
spectacular.
Later, bitches!